forceful snare. Hi-hats fire like a racing spark. Risers climb high as they split the dark. Tension loading in the shifting space. Ready for the drop I'm about to face. Shadow line breaker pulling me through. Crashing with the rhythm till the night turns blue. Running with the force of a frantic sound. Lost inside the waves where the beats rebound. Where the beats rebound. Lost inside the waves where the beats rebound. Kick drum pounding like a coded strike. Late synth twisting in a looping spike. Patterns flicker in a neon storm. Guiding every move as the shapes transform. Silence thins out in a trembling sweep. Echoes stretch wide like they're diving deep. Then the bass slams back with a violent glow, breaking all the shadows in a single blow. Shadow line breaker pulling me through. Crashing with the rhythm till the night turns blue. Running with the force of a frantic sound. Lost inside the waves where the beats rebound. Lost inside the waves where the beats rebound. Lost inside the waves where the beats rebound. Echoes fade slow in a silver trace. Shadows dissolve in the open space. Still the pulse hums low within my chest, waiting for the night to rise and test.
Bass erupt sharp like a jagged flame. Lead synth soaring in a spiraled aim. Every beat snapping in a fierce attack, pulling every second that won't come back. Hi-hats ticking in a rapid race. Tension rising fast in the shifting space. Rises stretching wide with a trembling gleam. Moments set to break in a roaring stream. Pulse victory tonight. Through the night, driving all the motion into blinding light. Running with the shock of a heated spark. Lost inside the rush of the glowing dark. Kick drum thunders in a charging stride. Patterns twist sharp like they wanna collide. Vocal cuts gleam in a bouncing trail, piercing through the beat like a coated hail. Breakdown lifts in a hollowed breath. Silence creeping close like a shadowed death. Then the rise returns with a blazing roar, tearing all the limits off the floor. Pulse factory ignite through the night, driving all the motion into blinding light. Running with the shock of a heated spark, lost inside the rush of the glowing dark. Pulse factory ignite through the night, driving all the motion into blinding light. Running with the shock of a heated spark. Morning waves dim in a cooling fade, leaving only whispers the rhythm made. But the vector sleeps with a quiet spark, waiting to ignite again in the dark.
Every beat locks with a rising thread. Bass shakes hard like a signal spread. Lead climbs high in a burning wave, pulling every step I try to save. Hi-hats scatter like a bursting rain, pressure climbing through the sonic chain. Rise a lift sharp like a breaking gate, holding every breath as I anticipate. Rapid pulse merging with my chest, driving through the lights with relentless zest, riding on the flow of a glowing stream, lost inside the rush of a fever dream. Kick drum drills like a racing spark, lead cutting clean through the pulsing dark. Every moving shape starts to interlace, circling around in a frantic chase. Downbeat drops out in a softened breath, silence crawling like a sharpened thread. Then the lift explodes like a sudden flame, dragging all the world back into the game. Rapid pulse merging with my chest, driving through the lights with relentless zest, riding on the flow of a glowing stream, lost inside the rush of a fever dream. Rapid pulse merging with my chest, driving through the lights with relentless zest, riding on the flow of a glowing stream, lost inside the rush of a fever dream. Echoes fade thin in a trembling glow, still the pulse, some soft in a quiet flow. Minor tones linger like a whispered call, waiting for the night to make them fall.
Bass erupts loud like a bursting flame, lead synth spirals through the sonic frame. Every step lands with a trembling glow, pulling me faster as the rhythms grow. Lights burn quickly in a heated spin, pressure crawling underneath my skin. Resistors climb up with a tightening breath, ready to erupt with a sudden death. Shifting through the air, breaking every wall with a brutal flare, running through the fire of a restless night, carried by the beat in a blazing flight. Blazing flight. Disregard. Breakdown crumbles in a fragile home. Wide space, breathe until the drop becomes. Then the blast returns with a rising roar, shaking all the ground of the crowded floor. Sonic burn shifting
through the air, breaking every wall with a brutal flair, running through the fire of a restless night, carried by the beat in a blazing shifting through the air, breaking every wall with a brutal flair, running through the fire of a restless night, carried by the beat in a blazing Sparks fall slowly through the dim lit haze, echoes drift out in the fading phase. Burn stays hidden in a quiet spark, waiting for the groove to restart the dark.
Echo reactor, bursting alive, sending every heartbeat into overdrive. Riding through the shock with a glow on fire, chasing every note that pulls me higher.
Deep tone bass shakes the mirrored floor, lead synth pulses in a rising roar. Every step guided by a rolling beat, pulling me forward with a surging heat.
Hi-hats scatter in a frantic chase, rhythms tighten in a glowing trace. Riser climbs up like a breaking tide, moments till the drop can't be denied. Echo reactor, bursting alive, sending every heartbeat into overdrive. Riding through the shock with a glow and fire, chasing every note that pulls me higher.
Kick drum drills with a piercing shock, patterns interlock like a turning lock. Vocal chops shimmer in a filtered haze, bouncing through the rush of the flashing rays.
Breakdown thins out into hollow air, silence stretching wide in a vacant stare. Then the build erupts like a blinding light, launching the groove back into the night. Echo reactor, bursting alive, sending every heartbeat into overdrive. Riding through the shock with a glow on fire, chasing every note that pulls me higher. Echoes drift soft in a cooling wind, leaving only whispers where the beats had been. Still the low hum stays beneath the glow, waiting for the burst to rise and grow.
Bassline rumbles like a seismic hit, lead synth tearing through the endless grid. Every movement pulling time apart, syncing with the speed of a restless heart.
Hi-hat spark in a fractured spin, pressure squeezing everything within. Rising tone stretched like a final gasp,
drum fires in a ruthless strike. Patterns warp fast as they start to spike. Glitching voices cut with a static flare, ripping through the dark in a frantic snare.
Breakdown melts in a hollow drift. Silence bending with a subtle shift. And the surge returns like a crashing tide, pulling all the chaos back inside.
Hyperline collapse, shaking the ground, breaking through the night with a raging sound, running with the force of a loaded blaze, lost inside the storm of the neon haze. Dark waves soften into distant air. Echoes fade slow like they're stripped bare. Still the pulse awaits in a shadowed frame, ready for the next collapse to reclaim. Static builds deep in the circling sound. Bass hits heavy, shaking through the ground. Lead lines drilling in a loop and run, pulling every thought into the stun. Hi-hats flash like a coded spark, rhythms weaving sharply through the dark. Rises stretching tight like a closing gate, moments hanging still as they imitate fate. Signal drift override, breaking the line, cutting through the noise like a warning sign. Riding on the pulse of a fierce design, lost inside the wave where the beats align. Kick drum storms in a rapid flare. Patterns collide in a rhythmic snare. Vocal slices echo in a sharpened sweep, carving through the night where the pulses leap. Breakdown softens like a distant hum. Silence falling slow as the beats grow numb. Then the lift explodes with a blinding flash, pulling all the pieces back in a clash. Signal drift override, breaking the line, cutting through the noise like a warning sign. Riding on the pulse of a fierce design, lost inside the wave where the beats align. Signal drift override, cutting through the noise like riding on the pulse, lost inside the wave where the beats align. Waveforms fade into scattered sparks, trailing softly through the lowering dark. But the signal waits in a buried tone, ready for the next phase to be shown.
Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. lost inside the wave of the undertow. Kick drum stomps in a rapid roll. Patterns swarm tight like they want control. Vocal chops glide in a freezing sweep, cutting through the dark where the shadows keep. Breakdown breeze like a trembling sigh. Silence spreading through the open sky. Then the surge erupts with a striking roar, shaking through the floor in a violent pour. Neon surge drifting through my veins, breaking every wall in electric chains. Riding on the rush with the burning glow, lost inside the wave of the glowing trails fade in a fading beam. Rhythms dissolve like a distant dream. Yet the surge remains in a quiet hum, waiting for the next beat to come.